What's going on, guys? It's Matt. Welcome back to another video. So before I get into this video, I just want to say hi to all you new guys and do a little introduction of myself, just so you guys know who I am. I'm Matt, I'm 19, and I'm a trans guy from Western Australia. I talk about trans issues, do a bit of music, and then just some other stuff here and there as well. So I hope you guys stick around, and cheers for subscribing, yeah. So today I'm going to be doing the gender tag. I know it's way past when it was popular, but I thought I may as well do it and kind of share a little bit more about how I identify and kind of my preferences and stuff like that with gender identity. So yeah, let's jump into it. Question 1 is, how do you self-identify your gender and what does that definition mean to you? So personally, even though I'm a trans man, like I'd say medically, I identify as male. I don't really like to identify as a trans man just because I feel like that's not really a gender. It's like, it's not different from a male. I'm male, I just happen to be trans as well. That definition to me means I'm just male. That's my gender. There's nothing else to it. Yeah. Question 2 is, what pronouns honor you? He, him, just, I'm a man, so he, him, yeah, that's fine. Question 3 is, describe the style of clothing you most often wear. I definitely dress rather masculine. I can't really think of any feminine kind of clothing I wear. That's just me. Like, I just prefer masculine clothing. In terms of actual style, I like my vintage stuff. As you can see, I get most of my clothes from like thrift stores and op shops. It's just cheaper, and 2, I just really like that style. It's just really cool having unique clothing that no one else has. Instead of just wearing expensive brand shirts that you see on the street every single day. Question 4 is, talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? So in terms of body hair, I have a lot of it. I don't generally like it, so I tend to shave my chest every now and then when I'm feeling like it. It's just, I prefer having a clean shaven chest. That's just me. I just don't really like having all that hair there. It kind of looks a bit weird on me, I think. And then yeah, as for facial hair, again, I can grow quite a bit of facial hair, but to me, it just gets dirty and greasy and yuck, so I shave it. Other than that, I just leave the rest of my hair do what it needs to do. I'm not too fussed, really. So as for my head hair, I guess you could say, I have it in a lot of different ways. I grow it out a fair bit. I tend to cut it short and then let it grow out for like 4 or 5 months and then cut it again and then let it grow out. I do like having longer hair. It's just, it gets really disgusting and greasy and oily, and that's why I cut it most of the time. All right, number 5 is, talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What type of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? So I don't wear makeup at all. Don't paint my nails. You could say I'm a very binary trans guy. I don't really do much of that stuff just because I don't think it suits me. As for soaps and stuff, I'm not that picky. Just whatever's in the shower, whatever my mum's buying. Really, I'm very typical guy if you talk about cosmetics and stuff like that. So yeah. Question 6 is, have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? Yes, I used to get misgendered a lot. Even when I was like pre-transition, I used to get mistaken for people assumed I was a boy when I was younger, and I liked that, so it was kind of a good misgendering. But after I transitioned, yeah, for a few years, like occasionally, I passed relatively well even when I was pre-T and pre-op. But I guess that's because I was so young and I just looked like a little boy. I looked a bit younger. I didn't get misgendered that often, and if I did, it was just occasionally by strangers or by people that I knew before I transitioned, like old family members that hadn't seen me in a while and just assumed that I was still a girl. As for now, I've been extremely lucky and haven't been misgendered in years. Like, since I started T, I probably got misgendered twice, and that was in 2015. So yeah, I've been incredibly lucky with being able to pass, so yeah. Number 7 is, do you experience any dysphoria and how does that affect you? Yes, definitely. I'm trans, so I experience dysphoria. That's just how it is. I used to experience it a lot more, especially when I was pre-op, pre-top surgery. That was probably my main form of dysphoria, was my chest. But since then, most of my dysphoria is kind of a social dysphoria. More so like, I get dysphoria about people thinking that I'm trans, people thinking that I'm not male. I do experience bottom dysphoria occasionally as well, and more kind of like my future. I'm kind of worried about that a little bit, but other than that, my dysphoria has definitely decreased a lot, but it did used to affect me quite a bit, and that's why I transitioned. So yeah. Number 8 is talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if you were to have that option? And do you want to be the primary caretaker for your children if you have any? That's a weird question. So I definitely want kids. As for how, if I want biological ones or not, or adoption, I don't know yet. Depends what my partner wants as well. Would I carry kids? Absolutely not. That's just not for me.
No thank you, no thank you, no thank you!
In terms of like having my own biological kids, I would definitely want that, but having my eggs harvested would mean coming off tea and then going through all that experience, and I just don't want to do that, especially right now. Maybe in the future, maybe if I'm feeling confident enough to do that, but as for now, I couldn't go through with that at all. So this one's a long one, number 9. Talk about money. Is it important to provide for your family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important to you that you earn more than your partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you uncomfortable when other people pay for you? Firstly, I don't care if my partner earns more than me. That doesn't bother me at all. Like, sick, good on them. I definitely want to be able to support my family though. Not just because I want to financially support them, but just because I always want to have something like that I'm working towards, kind of. And yeah, that's just why I want to work and earn money for my family. Do I prefer to pay for things? I feel like it's nice. Like, it's not a gendered thing, I would say. It's just that if I was to go on a date and pay for it, I just feel like that's kind of showing them that I care about them, I guess, a little bit. I feel accomplishment in paying for things as well. Like, I feel like it's just a nice gesture. And then, do I feel uncomfortable when other people pay for me? No. It's just a nice gesture. Just like, yeah, cheers, like thanks for paying. Number 10 is anything else you want to share about your experience with gender. Don't rush into things. That's probably my biggest thing. I know a lot of people think, oh yes, I'm trans, let's get on tea and hormones and top surgery right now. For me, it took a long time, and as much as I hated the wait, it was probably too long for me, but in general, like, things take time, and that's for a reason. Just take your time, be patient, and things will turn out the way they're supposed to. I know it's probably hard looking to the future and thinking things are so far away, but they will come around and your life will get better. That's it from me today, guys. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm a bit more active on there. This is my @ and I'll leave a link in the description as well. So yeah, check that out, and I'll see you in the next one.